Today is 7th of February 1999. Last week we studied about Maganga, right? Constituents of part 12. Today I have to continue to explain to you in detail this about constituents of part. We already know their name. So here we need to know what is their realities, what is their nature. Samadhi here. We hear this word, very often. It's very familiar with us. Samadhi, right understanding, right understanding. It's the reality here. What's it? Moha, right? Moha. Among 52 mental states, Moha, the last one. Inyindriya Jitasika, right? Moha. This Moha associated with 47 types of consciousness. We already studied in chapter 2, right? This samadhi, right understanding here, what we should understand. This understands the law of karma. This is the law of karma. Even it's not meditator, can be understood at this point. Who do the good thing will get the good result. Who do the evil things will receive the bad result. Something like that, yes. The law of karma, the law of cause and effect. If we have right understanding, right view, it becomes samadhi. That's why we need to study. Otherwise, you don't believe that, the law of this karma. Because we believe the law of karma, we try to refrain from evil action. We try to develop our virtue perfection, those meritorious state, because we understand, we believe this is the law of karma. That's why we try to be good, the law of karma. Okay, DT is wrong view. I already stated many times about that. The wrong view is in detail we have 62. Mostly we're talking about 3. Like Sakaya DT or self-delusion. When we see something, maybe say, I see that. Actually, it's not you, not man, not woman see. Just that the seeing, who sees the seeing consciousness, Jakku Vijnana. And who have a ditthi, wrong view, I see that. So they think that they see with their eye. This the Buddha explained it, just 5 aggregate. Just the 5 aggregate arise together and disappear together. No person, individual, no soul. So, DT, that's one kind of DT. Sometimes we have soul, we have atta, we have ego here. So when we die, our soul comes out from our body and go to another body. This soul is imperishable. last forever. This is the wrong view. But the Buddha explained to us, just consciousness, just mind and matter, just rise and disappear, rise and disappear. It's not the same one. So, we call eternalism, right? Eternalism. I also explained it to all of you last week. Some said, just our life, our body, our soul, just only this life. After we die, no next life, something like that. This annihilism, right? This wrong view. Some, it says the nadikaditi, nothing, no this world, no the previous life, no the future life, no hell, no heaven, no mothers, no fathers, something like that. That's the wrong view, Some happen according to the law of Dhamma, they have cause, because of cause. Every has cause, some things to occur. You have to cause. But some they don't believe that, no cause. And some reject the result. Some rejects the cause. Some they reject the action. Even you do the bad and the good thing, we cannot call it a karma. It's the action. Something like that. You don't believe anything. This wrong view. Here, samadhi, the right understanding, understands, or now I explain to you, right understanding, the law of karma. Now, who believes that the law of karma is samadhi, and also who understand, realize the phenomena of our mind and body. It's the right understanding too. Right understanding. For this one, just for meditator who practice meditation, without practicing meditation, this kind of knowledge cannot occur. To understand the phenomena of mind and matter should be practice meditation. Right? If you know, our mind and body, what is their nature? Arising and disappearing. Impermanent. Because this mind and body being oppressed by arising and disappearing, that's why we call suffering dukkha. Right? Dissolution. And everything we cannot control it remain the same, to last long, to follow our desire. We cannot control it, beyond our control. It is uncontrollability, uncontrollable. That's what we call anatta, we call no soul. So we understand these three characteristics of our mind and body. This understanding also what we call samadhi, right? Sama, right understanding. To gain this the wisdom, understanding, that's why we need to practice meditation, and then we know the nature of our mind and body, what they really are. This is said to be one kind of the meaning of samadhi, right understanding. And also, especially when we gain enlightenment, we really understand the Four Noble Truths. The Four Noble Truths. And for meditator, even it's not meditated, like for us, we are studying about this Abhidhamma. We know about that. This is the suffering. This is the cause of suffering. This is the cessation of suffering. And this is the way lead to the cessation of suffering. We know that, but it's not really wisdom. It's not really one. And when you gain enlightenment, and then it's really you know you understand, realize that this is the Four Noble Truths. Who knows the Four Noble Truths? Samadhi. So please remember that Samadhi, this is the right understanding, understand the law of karma, understand the nature of our mind and body, and understand the Four Noble Truths are called Samadhi. The reality is amoha. Amoha is Pali word, right? Just wisdom. And Sama Sankappa, right thinking or right intention. Right? Or right thought. Its reality is Vitaka. See the Vitaka, right? Vitaka, initial application, right? Vitaka. Vitaka, usually this Vitaka can associate with 55 types of consciousness. We already studied in chapter 2. But here, just taking Vitaka, which associated with beautiful sensual sphere consciousness 24 and first jhana 11, altogether 35 type of consciousness. Here, what is the meaning of right thinking, right intention, right thought? Here, the thought of renunciation, right? The thought of renunciation, the thought of non-killing, non-cruelty, there are 3 thoughts, right? The thought of renunciation here is meant when we practice tranquility meditation, it's your mind. You start observe on your object. And then you will gain the first jhana, for example, gain first jhana. This is the first jhana. What is the factor of first jhana? Vitaka, Vichara, Piti, Sukha, Ekaggata, right? Vitaka, what's the meaning Vitaka? Initial application, Vichara, sustained application, or Piti, joy or rapture, right? Sukha, happiness, Ekaggata, one-pointedness, right? If your mind, just observe on your jhana, at that moment, no hindrances come to disturb your mind. Right? You think about your jhana. If you think about your jhana, also because renunciation. Because no mental defilement, no mental hindrances at that moment, right? Your thought is this the thought renunciation. And sometimes you think that. You're just thinking, right? Right thinking here. Oh, I would like to become a nun. I would like to become a monk. Or I would like to practice meditation. I would like to go for retreat for 1 week, 1 month. Something like that. This thinking, this thought also, right thought, right thinking. Right? Thought of renunciation. As next week, on my day off, I would like to practice 1 day silent retreat meditation. Or even the 1 hour. Today I'm very busy today. Anyhow, I try to sit meditation for 1 hour. Just thinking, right? This is the thought of renunciation. You think that you want to become a monk, become a nun, or want to practice meditation. This thinking also is Samma Sankappa, thought of renunciation. And also, when you practice meditation, you are meditator, right? You practice the insight vipassana meditation. You contemplate your mind on your primary object, or maybe any object, mind and matter. You observe maybe upon mind or maybe matter, right? At that moment, or if you think, think about this object also. It's called the thought of renunciation. When you observe your mind, fix your mind on this, the mind and matter, the object of this, your insight vipassana meditation, just thinking, right? Observe thinking, contemplate on this object, right? So, what are these now? This arise, now disappear. So now you feel heat, then you feel cold. You observe on that. The heat comes and goes. So another natures come. Just think about what they happen in your body, in your mind. But your experience, think about that. That one also the thought of renunciation. Sometimes you may think about the peace of Nibbana by direct knowledge or by inference. This also called the thought of renunciation. Or briefly, whatever you think is regarding about the wholesome action, or are called the thought of renunciation. Maybe you want to do generosity, just think that, I want to do generosity, I want to do contribution, I want to observe my precept, or I want to do my chanting, I want to set meditation, right? I want to gain jhana, I want to practice meditation to gain enlightenment. So everything, it's not only for spiritual practicing, even the worldly affair. If it's regarding about the good thing, or regarding about wholesome consciousness, or it's called thought of renunciation.
What would you say, like, listening to news, being involved in the world, and all the things going on in the world which are not too good?
Yeah,
Is it wise to listen to?
Yes, depend on your thinking. Depend on your thinking. After you listening to the news and you feel sad, it's not regarding about the wholesome consciousness, right? So mostly just useless, mostly for spiritual practice. But if you after you hear that, listen that, so if your wholesome consciousness arises, this is the good thought. Just depend on your thinking, depend on your attention, right? Your proper attention or wise attention. Maybe you watch TV, listen news, maybe you get angry, right? It's not, or Samma Sankappa. And you see, or you watch TV, you see the people, oh, they kill each other. You think that, oh, that's people, they kill each other. I don't want to kill each other. I want to have loving kindness together. I want the people get away from this suffering. If you think about that, it's right thinking. Right thinking. You want them, release from this all kind of this suffering. Should be think like that. Just depend on your thinking. After you see that, you feel unhappy about that. It's not good, That's why, good or bad here, what we should know. An action, or speech, or thought which does not harm any person and brings good effect to oneself as well as to others is certainly good and moral. Just think about that. When you still doing, you still listening, or after that, just not harm yourself, not harm someone else, it's good. So after you listening, watching the TV, what do you feel? Right? Just if you have loving kindness, metta, you have wisdom, understanding, you think the right way, become the right thought. So now I'll explain to you this the thought of renunciation, or the thought of non-killing. You thought you don't want to kill anyone. You don't want anyone to be killed. You don't want to kill anyone, even the animal, small insects. Everyone's afraid to die. Thinking about that. This kind of thinking also called Samma Sankappa, right thinking. This wholesome consciousness arises in your mind at that moment. We call thought of non-killing. And the thought of non-cruelty. Cruelty means this non-killing regarding about your metta, loving kindness. And non-cruelty is regarding about your compassion. You don't want to harm anyone. You don't want to hurt anyone. You don't want anyone to suffer. You think about someone else. Right? This one kind of, this the Samma Sankappa, right thinking. Because of your deed, because of your speech, because of your thought, you don't want anyone get harmed, get hurt, right? Get suffering. It's your thought, it's the good thought. Right thought, right intention, or right thinking. Samma Vacha. For the Samma Vacha, Samma Kammana, Samma Ajiva, the three of this Makanga, we already know that, right? We call Virati. See that, right? Among 52 kind of mental state, mental factors, you have virities. Virati is the abstinences. The three abstinences. The three abstinences, reality here, Samma Vacha, is Samma Vacha, Chittasika, right? The Samma Vacha, Samma Kammana, Samma Ajiva, the three of these abstinences, this virati, associated with 16 kind of consciousness, right? The sense sphere, wholesome consciousness A, and supramundane consciousness A. Since chapter 2, we already studied about that. But this the three abstinences are found collectively in supramundane consciousness. This means when we get enlightenment, right? This Sama Vaja, Sama Kamana, Sama Ajiva, they associate with supramundane consciousness together. Therefore, when they associate with the sense sphere wholesome consciousness A, they associate separately. Because their objects are different. Right? Samavaja, right speech. Right speech. What is right speech? Don't lie anyone, right? You don't lie anyone. You just no lying, right? No slandering, no harsh speech, no vain talk. You refrain from this four kind of this verbal evil action. We call samavaja. You say, I will not lie to people. I will not, talk about something that people, lost their harmony, friendship. You don't talk. I will not talk the harsh speech. I will not talk gossip. You refrain from this verbal evil action. It's called samavaja. That's samavaja. And samakamanda, right action, right action. This right action, you refrain from killing, stealing, right, commit sexual misconduct. This right action. And sama ajiva, right livelihood, right livelihood. This right livelihood, regarding about your livelihood, you don't kill, you don't steal, you don't commit sexual misconduct, you don't lie to people. It's not concerned about slandering, harsh speech, vain talk. It's because sama ajiva. Right? Someone for their livelihood, they earn money by killing, by stealing, something like that, right? The sama ajiva is refrain from this physical evil action 3, right? Killing, stealing, and commit sexual misconduct because physical evil action. And somehow here for a verbal action 4, right? It's not concerned about this evil action because sama ajiva. And also here for the trading, for the trading, this person, don't sell arms, weapon, to kill someone. And slave, our human being, someday their business concern regarding about the selling slaves, something like that, sell slaves, sell human being. Even nowadays, right? Kidnap someone, sell someone, take money, or some to do their business. Like prostitute, right? The leader of that one is just sell people, right? Take money from look like this set of people, set human being, or set slave, something like that. Some Ajwa here don't do that. Don't sell arms, weapons. Don't sell human being, slave. Don't sell intoxicant, alcohol, heroin, drug, something like that. You don't sell that. And don't sell poison, right? And don't sell flesh, just animal for meat, for slaughter. This 5 kind of thing is not supposed to sell. Real Buddhist is not supposed to sell this 5 kind of thing. 1 is arms, 2 is the human being. Human being is the slave, right? And intoxicant, poison, and flesh. So animal for slaughter, animal for meat. Because Sama Ajiva, right? Livelihood. So we have good livelihood or not. Just think about that kind of thing. No, maybe for pleasure. For living, it's not concerned about strong livelihood. Because for a gambler, the Buddha did not exactly say that it is the wrong livelihood. But the Buddha thought that gambling is the way of ruin, therefore not supposed to do so. Especially for a meditator who are willing to attain enlightenment in this life. Should stay far away from gamble. In my idea, my point of view, if we not gamble, is the best. For gamble, as you know, before you gamble, where is the gamble? After you gamble, what you feel? 99% of people suffer because of gamble. Right, because of gamble. Some to waste their money, their property, and their terms instead of doing chanting, practicing meditation to get a peace of mind, to gain enlightenment, to realize the supreme bliss. They go to the casino and play, gamble. As they waste their time, this means they waste their life. They waste their opportunities. They waste everything. And number 6, Sama Vayama, right effort. Right effort. Reality is the Virya Citasika. This Virya Citasika can associate with 73 types of consciousness, as we already studied in chapter 2. But The realities of Samavayama, right effort here, is Virya Chitasika, which is associated with beautiful, wholesome consciousness 59. This right effort also very important for everyone. That's very important. Here, maybe all of you know about that. Yeah. Effort here means endeavor to discard evil that has already arisen and to prevent rising of an unrisen evil, as well as to develop an unrisen good and to promote the good which has already risen. Here 4, right? Here 4. Here, I will explain to you, this one by one. About this 4 endeavor. Just virya here, good effort, is one kind of predominance to be able to achieve our goal. Right? This effort, this good effort, is very important, one is required to have that. Here the first one, the endeavor to discuss evil that has already arisen. What is meant here? How to discuss that is evil just already arisen? The meanings, it's not clear. So we have to take one example. Like, for example, you used to kill animal previously. Supposing, right? Supposing. Whenever you think about what you have done wrong previously, how you feel at that moment? You feel sad about it, right? You feel sad. Why you feel sad about it? So me feel sad, remorse, oh, I have done wrong thing. So when you think about what you have done, something wrong in previously, this unwholesome consciousness rises in your mind. So the Buddha said, we have to discuss the evil, what is already arisen. It means don't think about it. Right? Don't think about it. Try to forget it. Right? Try to forget it. If you cannot stop your thinking, so at that moment, you will suffer. Right? You will suffer. When thinking occurs many often in your mind, just like a fire will burn your mind. The one we study dosa, right? Just burning your mind. You cannot sleep, you cannot eat, something like that. Suffer. So that's why we have, don't think about that. Stop thinking. Stop thinking. And for meditator, it's very easy. For meditator, whenever it's just the mind, you're thinking about in the past what we have done wrong. You feel sorry, just sorrow. Just make a mental note. And then you stop your thinking right away. And then try to observe your mind on your primary object. Or maybe the breath, or maybe the movement of your abdomen. Anyway, change the object. Don't thinking about stuff, or this sadness, It's very hard to discuss about just the evil was already risen. Remember that, right? Don't think about that. Try to observe your mind, fix your mind, your primary object. Right? Just if rising in your mind, just make a mental note. Let it stop right away. And also, you used to kill animals. And don't commit it again. Don't commit it again. I used to do that, but I will not allow to happen again. This means we discuss the evil, what is already arisen. Understand that, right? That the technique to discuss the evil was already arisen. Don't think that. If thinking arises, make a mental note, and then try to fix your mind on present, on your primary object, and don't allow the same one you used to commit this crime again. And second one here, what is the second one? To prevent the arising of unarisen evil. Right. This means if you never killed any animal before, at the rest of your life you will not allow this kind of crime to occur in your mind. Like you take very easy one, You never drink alcohol before. Right? Before you never drink alcohol. From now, the rest of your life, you will not drink. This is a right effort, right? Right effort. This means to prevent the arising of unarisen evil. Prevent that. I not do that. I not drink alcohol. I never kill animal before. And also, the rest of my life, I will not kill animal. I will not steal animal property. This new evil, right? You will not commit new evil, what you never done before. That's why we need to think about that every day, especially when you go to bed at night, think about what I used to do, what is my deficiency. I think about that. Why not? I need to complete it. What kind of thing I have to quit it, something like that. Just think about. You know yourself the best. Right. It just means to prevent the arising of an arisen evil. The third one is the endeavor to to develop unarisen good. Right? This means it's not only to discuss past evil and prevent new evil. So for example, if you never do any charity or generosity, try to do it now. Right? If you used to do generous acts, but your morality, your precept is not fulfilled yet, so try to observe your precept. If you used to, do generosity, observe your morality to be pure, you have to develop, elevate your mind, your energy, start higher and higher. So, like someone, he used to do generosity, we have, observe our precept, you have good morality, but you never do chanting, you never pray, you never sit meditation, right? So we need to pray, do chanting. Sometimes some people just do chanting, it's okay with them, not for meditation. So you have to increase, or you have to sit meditation. This means we can develop unarisen good. So if you already do generosity, good morality, you have good concentration, with practice meditation, but you will not gain enlightenment yet. Should develop until you gain enlightenment. This to develop unarisen good, this means, right? Step by step. What you never do before, you start to do that. The fourth one is here to promote the good which has already arisen. This means you used to do just a meritorious deed, that's generosity, morality, this concentration, meditation, it's to everything. Like others, we do everything. Now I will promote it's the bigger and bigger. The third one is not promote, it's develop. What is never do before, do it. This is the fourth one. What you already do, usually you do that, and may it's the bigger, right? May it's the higher, like, or maybe for generosity, we used to do, the donation 1 year, maybe $10. Now, I try. So, according to your situation, about your income. I try to do about $11, $15. Increase, right? So I used to observe my precept, 5 precepts. Now I try to increase, observe 8 precepts, higher than 5, 8 precepts. So I used to do chanting once a day. Now I will do twice a day. I used to practice meditation every day, 1 hour a day. Now I will increase it to 2 hours a day. I used to practice meditation once a week. Now, twice a week. Something like that, increase. your just a good action. This promotes the good which has already arisen. And then finally, we will fulfill all this spiritual practice. Right? Dana, Sila, and Bhavana in Pali. Dana is the generosity, Sila is the morality, Bhavana is mental culture, like meditation. So after you fulfill three kind of things, and then you will succeed your goal. You will gain enlightenment. Even if you have to be reborn again, don't have to worry about that. You already prepare everything for your life. Not only this life, even next existence. You already prepare everything. As you have generosity, you have to be reborn again. You don't have to worry about property. As you have good morality, you don't have to worry about your health, right? Should be good health. As you have practiced meditation many often, even you don't get enlightenment this life, next life you have smart. You will be, you are a smart person, and then next life maybe you get enlightenment. So you don't have to worry about that. That's why we need to do that. Three kind of things. The one we need to do every day, briefly, just three: generosity, morality, and bhavana, right? Mental culture, meditation. It's called sama, vayama, right effort. Right effort. And samasati, right mindfulness. Right. The reality here is sati cetasika, which associates with beautiful, wholesome consciousness 59. Only 42. Great wholesome consciousness, great. And for this right mindfulness, as we study many often about that, we practice mindfulness meditation, right? Our mind just be aware of let me discuss about next chapter in detail. Here I just would like to tell you briefly mindfulness. We don't. This mindfulness, right mindfulness means we just observe on our body, right? Be aware of our body, what's happening in our body. This means physical activities, right? And observe on our sensation, right? Feeling, maybe pleasant feeling, maybe unpleasant, maybe neutral, maybe pain, or maybe happiness. Observe on your sense, your feeling. When you practice meditation, you know what happened. When you experience, just make a mental note, observe on this sensation, a feeling. Or sometimes you're aware of your mind. Maybe this wholesome consciousness, maybe unwholesome consciousness. Right? Whatever occurs in your mind, just be aware of it. It's samasati, right mindfulness. What are you seeing? What you see, you hear, just make a mental note. Be aware of just the hearing, start seeing, hearing, smelling, and so on. Otherwise, when you see, if you not be aware of the fear, maybe greed, maybe hatred, depend on the object. Right? Desirable object, undesirable object, maybe attachment and greed can occur in your mind. So be aware of this. You see, just feel. When hear, just hearing, just observe on this object. Then no attachment. Even the good object, desirable object, no attachment occur. Even the undesirable object, no hatred occur. Because you just feel, just hear, just observe, be aware of this thing. So this is called right mindfulness. Be mindful of all physical activity and mental thought. Because sama, sati, right mindfulness. No, mindfulness. Be awareness. Mindfulness, awareness. Truth is means satya, not sati, satya. Yeah, satya, yeah. And sama samadhi here, right concentration. Right concentration. Its reality here is the ekakata, right? Ekakata, one-pointedness, ekakata. This ekakata usually, when we study chapter 2, ekakata can associate with all kind of chitta, universal mental factors, right? But here, we're talking about the Maganga, constituent of path. So just take this ekakata, which is the associated with the 59 beautiful consciousness. Same with Viriya Sati. Here, right concentration. What is right concentration? You concentrate your mind on the right path, the right point, the right way. Especially when you sit meditation. Right? We try to observe our mind, one-pointedness. Right? This samadhi, right concentration. So, from 1 to 8, this 8 kind of constituent of path will lead you to where? The blissful state up to Nibbana. This leads to the blissful state here means if you fulfill with the one, right understanding, right thinking, right speech, right thought, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration. Even you not get enlightenment, maybe you get enlightenment. Even you don't get enlightenment, next life or the following of next life, you the blissful state, be reborn as human being, heaven, or higher than heaven, Brahma world. If you fulfill this kind of constituents